added. Myra, hello. How are you?
Just leaping from one desk to the next, just finished work.
Love it. Teleported right in. I love it.
Thankfully, I work from home on Thursdays, so it's not too much of an effort.
Oh, that's handy. That it does make it easier, doesn't it? It's nice to be able to tune in and do this online and not have to deal with the traffic and driving. It's one of the great things I love about online learning. Peter, how are you feeling today?
I'm just muting because I was eating. My energy is quite low. I've had a virus this week or something that's kind of knocked me about. So I'm still not 100%. I'm a lot better than I was, but still not 100%. So just feeling really fatigued more than anything.
Okay, well, let's ask our guides for help with that tonight. We'll bring in some healing energy. And Nick, did you tell me how you are? I know we said hello, but I'm not sure if you told me how you are or how your week's been.
Busy. Just we had a little bit of a hiccup today. My daughter had some teeth removed, so I had to look after the children and do nail clients. So that was interesting.
At the same time, how did you manage that?
Yeah, my little boy got into trouble and then he knocked everything off and it smashed into some crystals. So Mum just closed the door after she finished her client and said, "I'll check back later."
You just want to hope it wasn't nail polish that was spilt. This is
Yeah,
in
no, that was
room.
Beg your pardon?
This is in your new space, is it?
Yeah, I had to kind of babysit while doing nails today, and thank God it was a good friend of mine from school, so it was manageable because we kind of got times confused for my daughter. So yeah.
Well, this is it. People usually understand when things like that crop up. So, and yeah, challenging as always, though, I would imagine. Hi, Vicky. Good to see you made it. Awesome.
Yes. Power and internet are back.
Oh, just right in the nick of time. I love it. All right. So how did you guys all go last week? So we, just as a refresher, we touched on doing angel card readings and learning how to blend with your spirit guides so that you can start to bring intuitive messages through. So we're starting to learn what intuition is, starting to develop that aspect of the higher self connection so that we can start bringing through meaningful messages for not only ourselves, but also for our friends and family. So hands up if you actually felt like you did pretty good if you're doing a self-assessment and you're able to bring through messages that were helpful for the partner that you worked with last week, 2 weeks ago. So a bit of self-assessment, Peter, Nikia, you did well. Myra, good job. Tish, how did you go?
I can't remember.
That's all right. Wendy?
I wasn't there for that one.
Okay, you missed it. Okay, did you?
I missed it, but I did the replay.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask, was there something before the knocking on the cards? Like, did you do something before then? Because that's where the recording started, was knocking on the cards.
Oh, probably just chatting with everyone and saying hi. So it would have been the usual, but no, whenever we'll choose a card now and let's just you know, whatever we do with our spirit work, we want to work with our intentions. So our guides are here to work with us and what it is that we're wanting. So start to play around with different aspects of working with cards and different intentions. There really is no limit to how you can work with them. So we can work individually on bringing a message through for someone else. We can choose the card for them if we're doing it on Zoom. If we're doing it in person, I always ask them to shuffle the deck and choose their own cards. In a group-like situation, we can ask for a message for the group. So what is it that the group needs to know today? So we can tune in and ask for a card that will just spark a conversation and get us to look at things from a different perspective. So we'll do that. So all you do is you pick up your deck and I just like to give them a good shuffle. Knock 3 times. So when we're knocking on the deck 3 times, we're sending light through the deck. So what it's doing is it's just like the intention here is you're just releasing any other energy. And I like to, while I'm shuffling the cards, I like to connect into my body. I like to connect into my heart, and I want to set this intention to be able to bring a message through. And I'm doing this intentionally without getting in alignment first. Okay, I'm not meditating. I'm just going straight from cold. All right, just to see the difference between doing it when we white light first and really make a concerted effort to align to the higher power versus just pulling a card out and seeing what we get. Okay, so we're asking for what is it that we need is to know today as a group. Oh, wow, this is so funny. Okay. So the card that I've pulled is only weavers know the time. Okay, so what it is it's literally, to me, when I look at this card, and I'm just looking at it from a logical point of view. So have a look at this card.
Oh, it's upside down.
Yeah, it is. Thanks, that was very observant.
I think it kind of goes all ways, doesn't it, Lisa?
It
Oh,
does.
it's just the words.
I
That's all.
pulled it
Yeah,
out.
I know, but if the actual image can be
It could be both ways. It's just, yeah, it's just as relevant that way.
quite out of space.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a message without getting in alignment. Okay. I'm just going to basically look at it and see. So as I tune into this card, I'm aware of spirit connection. I can see the light. I can feel that it's about raising our vibration, connecting to one another, and also to our internal guidance so that we can bring about timeless wisdom. So I look at that. I look at the time in this so that we can bring timeless wisdom down for ourselves and others. I actually feel like our ability to tune into spirit is as diverse as we are as human beings. So I look at the octopus, and to me, the octopus is highly intelligent. So I can connect that with my own intelligence and what I know as a human and what I've learned in my life experience as being validated and important, as well as accepting that there's higher beings that have a different vantage point that can offer us wisdom and guidance from a different perspective. And that can be really helpful to be able to understand life from varying viewpoints, right? So, and this is just, again, me just looking at the card, and I would say reading this from my human perspective, okay? The actual card means, so going in, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the wisdom of Colette's words now to act like a doorway into the spirit realm. Okay, so before I read this card, we'll do a quick guided meditation just to connect, okay? Because I can't help but do it. It just makes it easier when we bring in spirit. Okay, so why do it the hard way? All right. In order to connect, find tools that make it easier. The first thing I do when I want to channel or I want to connect into my spirit guides is I pick up my Lemurian quartz crystal. For me, it just anchors me in. It's a repetitive thing that I do every time I channel. I have this with me or near me. And so it starts to connect my unconscious into the angelic realm and connecting to spirit guides. You can also use essential oils, because anything that what we want to do is with spirit work, we want to activate all of our senses. Okay, so just by simply connecting with essential oil, if you've got anything nearby, grab it, take a nice deep breath. If you've just got a candle that you might want to light as well, look at this, all these things I had prepared earlier, just because they're always around me, right? So we can light a candle. And this is just about setting the sacred space in order to bring about, our connection and working. All right, ready to go, guys? I'll just make sure everyone's mute. We're going to do a little guided meditation just to connect. And I'm just going to put that there. Okay. So just taking a nice deep breath in and just breathing into this moment, And for those of you that work with Reiki, just activating the beautiful healing energy of Reiki. You're just going to be sitting in the power. So make sure that you're nice and comfortable, and do any clothing if you can feel, when you just tune into your body, if there's anything that's feeling uncomfortable, just loosen your clothing. Eyes are nice and closed. That's right. And just take a moment now to take a nice big deep breath in and relax, and just drop your hands into your lap and just really allow yourself, that's right, Vicky, to deeply relax into this moment. If you can, sit with your back straight, allowing your head to be as straight and steady as possible. And if you feel it falling to the side or forward, just imagine a balloon tied to a fine thread, connecting to your crown and gently lifting you upwards. Breathing in deeply through your nose and filling your lungs. And just intending now that you experience deep and relaxing peace. Just breathing slowly and deeply now. And just allowing your mind and your body to really slow down. For those of you that have a busy mind, it's okay to let it scramble for a moment. And just gently allowing that mind to relax, to surrender into this moment. It's so wonderful that you have carved out time out of your busy lives to be here, to be present, and organising the animals and getting everyone sorted. There's no rush, taking your time. That's right, Wendy. Just being present and relaxing and connecting in with your body now. Just becoming aware of your body's natural rhythm. As you can continue to breathe in slowly and fully. And feel that air gently moving in and out of your body. Just focus all of your attention now on the air which is being moved into your body through your nose and then released. Just focusing on the movement of that breath in and out. And be aware of how focused and steady you've become with this simple meditation exercise. And we move the focus of the breath now down to the weight of your body. Just feeling that connection to how deeply relaxed your body is. That's right, Nakia, just shifting when you need to, just finding that body in the perfect position. Now visualize a beautiful pure white light sitting just above your crown, hovering there just a few inches above your crown. And in a moment, not just yet, in a moment, you're going to drop that ball of light onto the crown chakra on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Just releasing that light now, all the way down through your body, filling your body with beautiful, pure, radiant white light, all the way from the top of your head down to the very tips of your toes. You feel an awareness as you become aware of this beautiful shimmering light Start to feel how light your body is as you continue to witness the energy just pouring down through the crown chakra, all the way down through your body. And just continue to observe yourself and the feelings of peace and tranquility, feeling loved and supported. Allow yourself to send signals to your body from this higher state of mind. Just using that inner quiet voice, which connects the lower and the higher mind, sending signals of love and peace and appreciation to your body. Know that in this state of clarity, you are aligned and supported by love. And now just begin to imagine yourself moving across time and space as we know it, and finding one another as we all elevate out of our beautiful spaces through the ceiling, out into the sky, and finding a place to connect. We're just hovering in space together. We can see us all coming together and forming a beautiful circle of light. Healers and light workers, people opening to this beautiful experience and expression. Just imagine us all now holding hands as we recognize and identify the love and the care that we have for each other in this group. And just notice all those that can't be with us this evening, and just invite them into our beautiful circle, so that wherever you are watching this, whether it's here now live or if you're watching this in replay, we all want you to feel the sense of belonging and connection with this beautiful group. And just send a wave of love to your friends in this space, connecting us all. And we also call in Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel and our healing guides to be with us this evening, to help us to bring through messages and information that is inspiring for all those that are present today and those watching the replay. And ask your guides and guardians to connect, to be here with us this evening as we begin to learn how to deepen our channeling and deepen our connection with each other, with our higher mind, with our spirit guides and guardians, with our gatekeeper guides, and also with the healing guides that are here to help us all, especially those of us that have been going through physical illness. Just welcome in the family of light. You may see them as just balls of energy or beings of light, or just simple shimmering light as this energy moves closer and closer, so that we can feel the love and the presence that's with us as a group. And just allow yourself to take a little time now to enjoy this elevated state of mind. Just being in your own personal place of power and in the silence of your own incredible mind. Here it is as if time stands still, where you may be at one with yourself, and recognize how good it feels to make this connection with your expanded state of being. I'm now going to read the message that came through for us all. So I like to think that Colette Baron-Reid opened a door to spirit, and as we sit here basking in the love of our higher selves and the guardians that are here to support us, I want you to find the specific meaning in this message for you personally. So being ready to receive now. The dream weavers know the perfect timing of your dreams to manifest in the outer world, but their timetable often does not coincide with your own expectations. Sometimes you can get caught up in the worrying that you're running out of time, that you might have missed the proverbial boat for success. But this is false. The universe doesn't operate in linear time. The dream weavers are moving the threads of fate and destiny around the cosmic loom for your benefit right now. It's time to release your need to know the timing of things and trust that if you keep taking one step at a time, following the signs that sparkle in a mystical thread of synchronicity and serendipity, you will be so much happier. Life is an adventure, so let go of your need to have things your way, the way you want it. The universe might have a better idea of what you need, so stay curious and open. You are so blessed, and what is truly yours will not be withheld from you. Trust in divine timing, and all will be ready, and all will be well, and all will be well. So I'm just going to go quiet for a moment and just let you feel into that message and find the meaning that's relevant for you personally. All right, you're going to come back into the room slowly, just slowly bringing your awareness back down from that space of the higher mind, floating down into your room and back into your body, and just intending that your guides stay here, stay nice and close. And when you're ready, just simply opening your eyes and coming back into the room. And coming back, that's right, Peter, have a nice stretch. All right, so who would like to share what that message meant for them personally? So just unmute yourselves. Vic, Wendy.
Sorry. For me,
Yeah.
I guess it meant that I am following the path that I'm supposed to be on.
Yeah.
I've come back to it, and I'm gaining the components that I need in the right order, I think. So they're all going to start coming together. It's going to eventually make sense, but I need to stop.
Don't worry if it, yeah.
When is it going to happen?
So it's that expectation, and it's the rush, whereas it's about being in the joy of the moment and just like it is just that when we surrender to just what if my only intention tonight is just to be present and to experience whatever comes up, because it just takes that expectation and that tense, that kind of stress energy out, doesn't it? It just allows us to surrender and just be, and be pleasantly surprised then. So for you, it's the synchronicity. So feeling that connection, that trust that it's all coming at the right time. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful. Tish, there was a little entertainer right behind you, behind the glass. I don't know if you could see, but he was like doing this dance behind when I was doing the meditation. I just waved at him. He's like,
Oh, yeah, they're little monkeys and they've been flicking the lights on and off. And I don't know if you can see it flashing. And I'm just like, because they're unsupervised, they're 6 and 4, and they've just got the house to themselves at the moment.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
That was quite funny. Yeah, so did what did you draw from that meaning?
Well, that was pretty meaningful for me. I think I've been getting that message a lot lately because I'm always trying new things and searching and like, what am I supposed to be doing, sort of thing. I want to change careers, but I don't know into what. And I'm always getting that message that just be patient, trust the timing, it'll happen when it's ready. But I'm so impatient. And I think that's the lesson I have to learn.
One of the messages that I received once is, have you ever raced and got yourself ready to run down to the bus station and thought you were going to be late, but then ended up being like 15 minutes early and having a long wait?
No.
Can anyone relate to that? Feeling like you're going to be late, running to the bus station, so essentially that to me is like the divine timing. Like the bus is going to get there when the bus is going to get there. We really don't have any, we don't have control over when the things happen. But if we're open to synchronicity, and when again, when we're not in that force kind of attitude, when we're just going with the flow, we get that impulse to leave at a certain time. And that's when you happen to walk in and you're there 2 minutes before the bus and everything, when you just have those days when as you step out, this person comes, or, where everything just seems to flow. And it's almost like the universe is orchestrating things, for your benefit, and versus days when nothing works. And that is part of being human, guys. We all have that, no matter how spiritual you are or how long you've been doing this. We all have days where we're just pushing too hard, trying too hard, getting too in the way of it. And then other days when we just go with the flow, right? Anyone else draw any specific meaning from that they'd like to share with the group?
For me, the whole synchronicity thing was pretty full on. Been getting a lot of those lately.
Yeah.
I did actually have one while I was away in Sydney. It was a rainy day. I thought, what are we going to do with the kids? And I was rushing around thinking, what are we going to do? Decided to grab a ferry over to Manly, somewhere. Sydney was mine and my husband's first trip away together. And we're walking down the main street of Manly. I'm walking with the kids, as I had done with my husband 26, 27 years beforehand. And as you know, I'd been trying to wrap up everything with his will and such likes.
Yeah.
Walking down the main street with the kids, and the email came in from the solicitors for the final account.
All done?
Yeah, all done.
It's almost like he was there to see it all happen.
I think so.
Yeah, that's beautiful, isn't it? It's nice when we get that. Yeah, it's nice when we get that time.
And I've been trying for a long time to perhaps rush the process.
Yeah.
And when I just gave up and let it happen in its own time, it happened, and the synchronicities all happened.
And you get that beautiful message. Anyone else? Yeah, that's wonderful. Thanks for sharing. It's beautiful when that happens. Anyone else see 1111 or get lots of, number signs? Angel numbers. Yeah. So again, all messages from our angels. Anyone else want to share? Peter, did you have any messages from that?
Well, no, the big, same as everyone, divine timing, patience, but the word that really sort of stood out was like, you like those neon flashing lights. It was like, as you were talking, I was getting trust in this big word. So yeah, trust in the divine timing and surrender.
And that the trust means we just take action even if we're shitting, ourselves. Like it is that I had the same thing when I was doing the channeling on Tuesday night. I was quite nervous about it. I'm like, I'm sick. And would you believe I'd been in a pretty good, solid state of mind all day, and then Gerald did something to really piss me off right before I had to get on. And when you're just in a really bad mood, I'm like, how am I going to bring Anya through because it was a channel evening. I'm like, how am I going to bring Anya through when I'm so moody and grumpy? Because it is easier when we can get into a nice peaceful state and just get into, the only thing that got me through, Peter, was trust. It's just, what's the worst that can happen, right? I can't channel. I say, sorry, guys, and we find an alternative, right? So, but experience shows me that no matter what, Anya's there, whether I'm sick, whether I'm angry, like I used to believe that I had to be in this pure positive state of mind to blend with her. But the truth is we don't. They're well aware that we're humans and that we can't really hold a high vibe state for very long, because of, the fact that we're these little human beings, that's their job. That's what they do. They're the ones, the high flying, energy. So we just need to open to it and ask, really. It's that easy. It's not hard. It's just ask and they'll be here. And then we get to, be surprised and delighted by them. Myra, did you get a message from that card?
Oh, not so much message. The word loom got me, it grabbed me, and all of a sudden, I was in space. There was a huge loom, and it was like minions were climbing over and weaving threads and back and forth, and it's just like,
what's a loom? I don't even know what a loom is.
A weaving loom.
A weaving loom.
What is
so
it?
You have the threads on each card, and then you put a thread through, and then you clonk, and they change sides.
Is it paper or material?
No, like wool, like a woolen loom, like a wood frame.
Yeah.
And you pull, you've got a card with a certain colour, say orange, and you pass it through between the threads.
Yeah.
And then they swap sides and it weaves itself. It was.
It's an anything. Oh, okay. See, beautiful. And and so was that like what was the message from that?
Well, it was, they were having fun. I get very serious, take myself way too serious.
Yeah.
So it was a loom having fun, and one of the last few words you said was curiosity, I think.
Yeah, perfect. And that our guides will give us messages that are relatable to us. So even though I don't understand what that is, I understand the concept, right, when you explain it to me. So Spirit will work with our mind as well and give us messages that are meaningful to us, and then we can discern it. And especially when we're doing readings for others, we can certainly use what we're getting. They'll use our imagination to give us impressions and thoughts. And be mindful when you're doing readings for others, as well as some things will kind of jump off the page when you're reading the book. Have you noticed that you just feel like, oh, this is a definite yes? Like I can really feel that this is like yes. And sometimes people won't want to hear it, so they might not necessarily agree with you at the time. They're like, no, but you feel it's yes. And sometimes it can be because it's something they're denying or something hidden, or they're just not open in that moment to receive it. So then we just need to tread gently around how we pass the message on. So Nick, I think you're the only one I haven't heard from. How'd you go?
It's okay. I always talk. I'm not sure if there was a direct message, because every time you've gone through everyone else, my mind's just sitting here going, yeah, no. But I feel as though, to answer your question now that I'm directly asked, it was more of a pat on the back. You're in the right path. You're doing what you need to do. Everything's all starting to streamline now. Everything's falling into place. So sort of a bit like how Wendy just, yeah.
Synchronicity happening for you rather than, so it's acknowledging that the timing and the alignment of things.
Correct, yeah, without having to race ahead and go, hey, what's the answer to this, and having to put it in the group. I can now answer it myself. So well, have moments where I still can't, but it's been good. Very good.
All right, now I've got a little exercise that we're going to do. It's a little challenging, not as good as in person, but it's still, I've had really good results with it when I've done it with other Learn Channel courses. So has anyone here done soul gazing as an exercise before? No. Wendy, you'll remember doing it in Bali. We did the soul gazing exercise back in Bali.
Oh, in the balloon?
Sorry?
With the balloon?
No, in
nice?
Bali, at the Bali retreat. It's just with others. So have you guys all got your phone? There's a song I want you to look up, which I want playing in the background. Okay, so what we're going to do for this little exercise is we're going to be putting you in partners. And it's a silent exercise, no talking when we do it, but you're going to be in a breakout room. So I have to trust, here's that trust word, that you're going to do the exercise. Okay, what I want you to do is it should be that on your screen, I want you to be looking at the person that you're doing the soul gazing exercise with. So you're looking at them and they're looking at you. You will be darting a little bit between your camera and the person, like your eyes aren't going to exactly match up. But essentially, as you can see me now on your screen, I'm looking at the camera. Even if I just look slightly below, I just want you to take in the essence of the person that you're connecting with and listen to the words on the song that I'm going to give you in a moment, because I've selected this song because of the sheer beauty in it. What the aim of this exercise is to just see another human from a higher perspective. Okay, so if we sense or pick up sadness, that's not where we're going. We're looking at the light within them. That's it. We're looking at the love that exists within that person and allowing whatever feelings come up as we intend to see them as the light and the love that they are. So we're seeing their soul, and the soul is pure. Okay, the soul is not the part of us that has all the stress or gets all angry or gets all upset. We're looking to see that purest aspect of our friends and just feel what happens when we do this, okay? So the song, if you've got Spotify or YouTube, whatever, it's called The Power of Love, which I'm sure you've all heard, but it's by Gabrielle Aplin. Yeah, Gabrielle Aplin, A-P-L-I-N. All right, so we're going to do this exercise for as long as the song plays for. So I think it's probably about a 2-minute exercise. So I'll give you a beat to get in and get yourself set up. So make sure that you can't see your face on your screen. Do you guys all know how to change the view on the top right-hand side of your screen? So when you go into the private room, if you click on the right, there's 9 little boxes that says view. Can you guys all see that? You can go speaker, gallery, speaker or gallery. Who just dropped out then? Who did I lose? Wendy.
Wendy.
What happened to her? Hopefully
The song on my thing says it's 4-minute song, Lisa. Is that a different?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, you're right. It
that's
is
the
4 minutes.
version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Thank you. It is 4 minutes. Okay. Wow, I don't know what to do because
You want to give her a minute to come back in and I'll share the card that I've pulled while you're pulling a
please
card.
do. Thank you.
Because I feel like, I don't know why, but I'm getting it's relevant to what you're talking about. So when you pulled a card, I'd picked up my cards and I was seeing here, she's coming back in. So the card that I pulled for the group, I did it at the same time you do, was stillness. Oh, hang on, I might need to turn off my blur so you can, oops, wrong one. If I can turn off the blur background, that might be easier. Yeah. So I feel like stillness is very relevant to what you're talking about, being in stillness. It talks about in the quietness of the moment, you can hear your inner voice more clearly. But what I find, like what I was looking at with the picture, is it's like this explosion of light. So when we go into stillness, we just have this great expansion at the same time.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. What a beautiful image to connect with as we do this work. It's probably easier if we don't have lights on. I think they can get a bit glary, can't they, when we're looking at someone. So, all right, we're going to partner. I'm glad you're here, Wendy. Now, it looks like she might be having a bit of an internet.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Your internet might be a little brainy. Hopefully it's okay. We'll do our best. If you can't get through the whole exercise, then just do the best that you can and have a chit chat if you have to, but wherever possible, try and connect in. So has everyone got the song? You'll obviously stay mute because you'll both be playing the song in your own space. And then just allow yourself to be moved and really curious what you see when you connect with your partner in this way. All right, so we're going to let the universe automatically assign you. So we'll just see. Okay, all right, we have our rooms. Okay, does everyone know what they're doing? Pretty simple. All right, have fun, guys. We'll see you soon. All right, hands up if you cried during the exercise or had tears come to your eyes. Anyone giggle and get uncomfortable?
Oh, that too.
Anyone find it hard not to talk? Nakia?
No. We were good. We were good. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So did you find that your heart opened and you were able to really see someone from a different perspective than usual? Yeah. Vicky, did you want to share what it was like for you and Wendy?
How would you say? It's almost, and I don't mean this in a weird way, it's almost an intimate experience. Like
Very intimate.
it's and it was, yes, very heart opening, range of emotions. And I know I was supposed to be concentrating totally on Wendy, but towards the end, I actually got a bit of a message about, yes, that I'm supposed to step forward, into the palliative care region. So
beautiful. Yeah, quite often our guides will take opportunity when we're in that trance like meditation state. They'll come in and give us messages as well. So that's perfect. Yeah, love it. Wendy, what was it like for you?
It was good. It was mine was not so much visual but more feeling, as in I had this wave which actually of heat which came from the back of my head to my face and then down my body.
So you're feeling energy. Yeah, when you get that wave.
Yeah, it wasn't unpleasant or anything. It was just so unexpected. I'm getting goosies over my legs at the moment just thinking about it. But the other thing is that I saw the image, like just an outline of like angel wings behind Vicky. And then, of course, she shows me that she's got her angel crystal.
Beautiful.
And I also got the message that I was thinking of Vicky and I heard this message that she'll be fine.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, did you pass that on to her?
No, I didn't, because I didn't know if we were allowed to talk.
You're allowed to, yeah, at the end. Yeah, passing on messages that come through at the end. Perfect. Yeah.
I also, I also too got for Wendy that just such a feeling of kindness and seeing someone else's soul. It was just beautiful, and that we're all one, and there's nothing that any of us go through that someone else hasn't been through. Just a whole oneness. It was beautiful.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Now you can also do this exercise as mirror work. So you can do this in the bathroom, and I've done it, and it can be very emotional as well, where you look at yourself with that same intention. And again, if you find the opportunity to practice this in person, you sit opposite each other with knees touching and feet right next to each other. So you get as close as you can while sitting comfortably. And in person, the energy exchange that you'll feel between each other is very powerful. And it is online because it's still happening in real time. That's why I've never had this not work, even online. Yeah, beautiful. Anyone else want to share their experience? Yeah, Peter?
Yeah. So initially it was just lots of like I just got this really overwhelming sense of love and compassion, like just that real feeling and just that embodiment of that beautiful loving energy. And at some point I did get a image which I haven't shared with Myra. She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't get much time to talk after.
Well, we did because the music stopped and it was still time, so we did talk, but I didn't actually share the message. I saw you standing in a room full of people and you were teaching.
Ooh, that's exciting. Have you considered teaching, Myra?
Oh, I've had people share that vision with me before. I'm just not sure what it means yet. Thank you, Peter.
Any
But
ideas what you think?
It's like that was it. That was all I got. Lots of love and compassion. Like you've just got such a beautiful heart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And Myra?
Well, I don't know if it's because Peter's got the blurred background, but there was, I mean, I see a lot of auras, like outline of auras, like your aura on Tuesday night. Lisa was just like, "Whoa, turn it down." So I could see Peter's aura, and it was like her breathing. There was like wings behind her, just holding her there, just as she breathed. It was pretty awesome.
It's amazing, isn't it, when we can start to connect into each other's guides and see the energy, because all our guides are with us now. We called them in earlier, so they're all here, they're all present, they're with us, they're holding us and blending with us. So it's so exciting to be able to just sit back and watch and see what we can see. Awesome, well done, guys. And Nick and Tish, how did you go?
Can I ask Myra a question? Just because she said something then, and now my thing's gone all blurry. I don't know what's happening. There we are.
Okay.
It's so cool that you said about the aura thing, because Nick's got a perfect background, and sometimes I question whether or not I can see it. And I saw Nick's aura. Is it blue? Can you see it? Can you see a light blue?
Oh, yeah, I'd have to focus a bit more.
Oh, okay. Maybe because I was focusing on it and she had this beautiful light blue, almost teal aura. And sometimes I wasn't sure if I saw bits of pink through it, especially just like, oh, you can't see where I'm pointing. Like just around her neck area.
Yeah, because blue represents the throat chakra as well. So she's a very good communicator. So that would make sense that there'd be. Do you work with blue beings as well? Because you work with galactic energy, Nikia. Do you work with Pleiadians?
No, but I think I've worked out that it might be the Arcturians.
Okay.
From
They're also blue.
Are they blue as well? Are they?
Yeah, the Arcturians are blue as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
neither did I. Well, their clothing was blue, so I kind of gathered that the picture I had of the one that I saw, he had white skin, so it was a bit different.
Yeah, cool. Oh, that's interesting. And Nick, what was the experience like for you?
Well, I was glad Myra brought up auras because this is the first time I've seen auras. So I was a bit excited about that. And I'm like going, nah, it could be just my eyes out of focus. But I saw literally it just enveloped all around, just the shadow around her whole entire top half, obviously, and then just radiated that beautiful golden light and white sort of started off as a white light and then went out to golden light. But then I actually saw left shoulder. So yeah, left shoulder, a hand placed on your shoulder the whole time. And I was like, Oh, someone's touching you and giving you some love.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, that's awesome.
You guys are rocking it. I love it. You know, when someone's got a white background, white is the easiest color because it has all the colors in the spectrum. So when we're wanting to see auras, do you guys ever remember that you can do it by basically putting your fingers and staring? So if you bring your fingers in front of your eyes now, just have them about an inch apart, and then stare at your fingers, but then almost look, everything behind you goes kind of blurry. That's how you want to see. It's almost like you don't go cross-eyed, but it's kind of like that where you're distorting your view. You're not looking like intently. You kind of just let your eyes gaze over, almost like you want to close your eyes a little bit, like just letting your focus really soften. The best way to do this is at sunrise, sunset, go outside and allow your view to expand and take in as much of nature as you can, and you'll see all the auras around the trees. So you'll see the energy coming off the trees. And then again, do that thing where you just bring your hands in and out of focus and just look beyond, look at your fingers and then look through them. So play with it that way and you'll start to see auras. But anyone that channels, you know, or if you go and see a medium demonstration, quite often when they're bringing through spirit, you can start to see all the different light show when people blend with spirit. It's pretty cool. All right. So question for you guys that are here tonight. Have you already established a connection with the spirit guide, higher guide? So Vicky, have you established a connection with spirit, with with your spirit guide?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Not sure?
Yeah, I'm still unsure.
Okay, we're going to do that tonight. Wendy?
Kind of. Twice now I've got a bit of a face.
Okay.
So the first time I got long brownish hair, and then the second time I got the same hair with like the eye sort of thing, like a portion. So I think it's the same.
Come in, but nothing clear, nothing.
No, not definite, and I don't have a name or anything like that.
Okay. Myra?
Yes and no as well. I can't remember if it was the second or the third class we had, and I was given this picture, and it's like I think it's the first ones where you asked about the Christ consciousness, and I was given a vision of a figure in a white monk's cowl, but it's just blazing light, and it was weird because that particular meditation that you did, I actually saw your guides, Lisa, because I got the name Lisa, and I looked across and your guides were there. And I was like, oh, I've never done that before.
Okay.
But this week I've been given the name Orion and home planet, but Orion's not the home planet. It's, it's further than that. But because, I have connected with my higher self before, but she's definitely not coming in at this stage to give me messages, or she's just there. She's not.
Your higher self will be with you all the time. So your higher self is that higher mind, the higher intuition. Okay, so and quite often we can get mixed messages. So if you're getting a connection to Orion, it could be the name, and then your mind is going to Orion's belt and thinking galactic. So it could be that they're galactic in nature. The name Orion is could be the name of the guide. So we'll ask for more detail when we go into this next meditation. So we're going to give you a direct experience with your guides tonight. So be open to getting clarification of who your guide is, where they're from, just those basic details. Peter?
Yeah, so I've worked with different guides over the years, as I'm sure you've experienced. But in the last 2 weeks, I think, was it 2 weeks ago when we did the meditation, or might have been even 3 weeks ago when the Arcturians came in. So they've been hanging around since then.
So
and then I did a session on the weekend, and the woman that I did the session with, she's worked with them for a long time. So she was like, I said, that's interesting. That was,
Okay.
yeah, that's quite interesting. So yeah, so that's sort of, but I have other guides that have come in and out over the years as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we'll see who's here for you at the moment. Letitia or Tisha, sorry.
I still question. I think I have. I have this one guide who's an animal guide, come through a few times, and she often comes on meditations with me. That's the one with my wolf that I was talking about last time. You said was the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
But I tried doing the meditation again to see if I could connect with an actual like person or someone, and yeah, nothing. But
okay, let's set a really clear intention for you tonight to call in a high guide to work with. So what would it feel like for you to connect with a guide? Is there any hesitation to connecting? Are you open to it? You're ready for it? Ready for what it means to bring a guide into your life? Yeah, perfect. Okay. And Nick, lucky last. You're right down on the bottom of my usually first and lucky last tonight.
Look, I think I still get drawn back to Matt, but Matt's I know Matt over the last coming weeks of doing this channeling course. It's not actually Matt, but they've just given me his name so that my brain doesn't have a meltdown. And sort of just not 100% confident as to who they are, but I've been just getting random images of, you know, Lady Nada and Quinlan and then this Arcturian fella. But
Kuan Yin, you mean? Yeah, the Kuan Yin.
yeah, Kuan Yin, sorry.
Okay.
I keep saying Quinlan for some reason, but yeah, I don't know. All I know is that whoever the male is, and they're just saying it's Matt, so that my sort of mind doesn't carry on. They are as cheeky as all hell, and they really like to take over a lot and put on a show. So I do appreciate it, but it yeah, I just don't know who exactly it is per se. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, so we're going to ask for more detail in the meditation tonight. Okay, so are you guys ready? Anyone need a quick break, a toilet break before we begin? You're all good to go. All right, so everyone mute yourself for this meditation. And I'm going to take it nice and slow. But before we do that, all right, I'm going to go around and verbally ask if you're ready to connect to the highest level guide. So just give me a nod, Vicky. Are you ready tonight to connect with the highest level guide that has wisdom and guidance to support you on your life's journey? Wendy, are you ready to connect with your highest level guide? Recognizing that the guides that we will bring through tonight come with unconditional love. They're here to love, uplift, and support you. Myra, are you ready to open to your highest level guide to help encourage you, a teacher guide perhaps, healing guides to work with on your journey? Peter, likewise, are you ready to take it to the next level tonight and open up to the highest level guide that is here, is ready and waiting for you this evening? Yes. Letitia, are you ready to open to the highest level guide, understanding that it is of free will for you to be able to open and connect? And so we're asking for the guides that are here and aware of who you are to make themselves known tonight so that you may see them, sense them, feel them. That may happen clairvoyantly. It may happen through your imagination. You might get an image. You might hear them telepathically as a thought coming across your mind. You may feel loved, nurtured, and supported. So we're going to open to all of our senses and to be able to explore this connection on a really deep and profound level tonight. all of our senses being activated, and just going along for the ride with curiosity as to how they will show themselves for you tonight. Okay, understanding that they know who you are and they know that you're ready for them. And Nakia, lucky last, are you ready and open to getting clear and accurate communication from the highest level guide that is here to help you with your healing work and help you with teaching also? Yes. Beautiful. Okay, so everyone get yourself into a nice relaxed state. Shake your body if you need to. We're going to practice going into trance. Okay, so trance state, unlike getting in the power, I see it as two different states. When we're getting in the power, we're raising our vibration and going up into an active state. When we're connecting to the spirit world, when we're opening the door to mediumship and going in through that door to connect with our loved ones in spirit, it's a different frequency and dimension. What we're doing now is going down. We're going down into a trance state where we're going down into the inner heart of our body. It's still an active state, but it's a different experience. Okay. All right, so when you're ready, just resting your hands on your body, closing your eyes, and just taking a few moments to breathe. As we activate and open this sacred circle, those of you that are watching, may you experience this in real time, because as we already know, time does not exist when it comes to the realm of spirit. So whether this is listened to in replay or you are participating with us all now, we know that this is happening for the highest good of our whole entire group, as well as for us on an individual level. Be aware that you are part of a sacred circle, that part of your aspect of being has chosen to be here with these beautiful people at this time. And it is a blessing that we get to know you on a personal level, on a human level. And now we open the door to invite your spirit guides, guardians, those beings of light that are here to uplift you and also here to be a part of our sacred spiritual circle. We welcome in the dear friends that come with the Christ consciousness and come with the Christ light as we start to embark upon a new forming and a new relationship forming. As we open a sacred space for spirit to come into, begin to feel the vibration of the energy as it works to find a harmonious space between us all, almost like a beautiful orchestra where the sounds are exquisite and the harmonizing is perfect, as each individual has our own note and our own frequency, and we are all at different stages in our personal and spiritual development, and yet here we all come together, and each one bringing our own unique alignment that also adds to the alignment of us as a collective. Continue to use your breathing exercises to relax your body and your mind until you are aware that only the conscious part of your mind is present. That part of your mind that is listening to the tone and the frequency and the melody of my voice, connected to the instructions that I am giving you. Use this part of yourself, that intelligent, intellectual aspect of your mind, to tell your physical body to experience peace. And the body responds almost simultaneously. Your body is peace, as you have asked and commanded it to be. And now you can tell your mind to settle, to be clear, and to release any thoughts. And if thoughts come into the mind, as they so often do when we bring focus to the mind. Just allow them to come in and to go out, to come in and to go out. Just gently noticing, there you are, there you go. They are traveling thoughts through a beautiful space, traveling towards the physical world. And you, my beautiful friends, are heading in the opposite direction, opposite to physical. When you think about where the thinking mind sits, perhaps you feel it at the top of your mind, the top of your head, sorry. Perhaps you see it or feel it as floating around the brain somewhere, some location. And now you're going to enter into your inner world, at the center of your being, finding the center through your heart. That's right. Like magic, you enter into the heart space. Let your consciousness come down through your being, almost as if energetically walking down a beautiful spiral staircase, just gently moving down that staircase, one step at a time, slowly, deliberately. I see you wanting to race ahead. It's okay to take your time, being mindful of slowing down and knowing that you have the ability to speed up and to slow down, to be present, to be mindful of every step you take now, feeling the rail beneath your hand, feeling the stairs beneath your feet as you descend one step at a time, deeper into your being. And as you wind down that staircase, your physical body is at peace now. Concentrate on the subtle force which commands and guides it, the part of you that's following my instructions here. Let that part of you also, the part of you observing the mind that thinks, and the body that breathes, and the heart that beats. Let this part of you come down into the heart area, which is now vibrating and pulsing slowly and steadily. This is the next vibration of the self, which is lighter and more fluid. Be aware of the liquid which gives the body life. And take a moment to feel the blood that moves through the body and the heart that beats and slowly moves the fluid part of your being in a steady rhythm. Continue to come down to the very center of yourself, just beneath the heart, where the next rhythm of the self is the air, even finer than the fluid which is being moved in and out of your body very slowly at a steady, harmonious pace. Feel yourself now in tune with parts beyond the cells. As you become in harmony with this aspect of self, Be at one with the parts that are beyond the cells of the body. And you'll start to sense a fine light of energy which surrounds your body coming from that part of you. Be aware of how light you feel here and now. You're witnessing and experiencing your light body, which can easily connect to the spirit world. Ask for nothing. Just be still and allow your spirit guide or guardian to bond with you. You've asked. We've created a situation which allows them to blend with you, them to be a part of you, and you to be a part of them. In this moment, when you feel love's presence arrive, give yourself permission to be as much in this moment as your consciousness will allow. Just say yes. Feel open, expand. Once you've established a connection, you can feel the presence of your guide or guardians. Begin to have a conversation like you would open a door and invite your best friend into your home. So too can your energy embrace and welcome this newly found established connection with these beautiful harmonious beings of light that come purely to serve, to guide, to teach, to assist you. Invite them in. Ask questions. Allow space to receive their answers. Eventually you will get a sensation that your guide is beginning to move back, stepping out of your body if they joined you in physical form, or just stepping back. You can feel the absence of their energy. Allow it to happen. Bring yourself back to the place of stillness. Basking in their energy, in this exchange. Now start to come back up that beautiful inner staircase, slowly and deliberately, one step at a time. Become aware of your breathing, of your heart beating slowly, and your body sitting here so comfortably in your chair. Breathe in a little deeper now. That's right. Coming back into the physical form, being aware of your light body, seeing yourself from that observer perspective, the beautiful mind, the personality, the higher self, surrounding and acknowledging all the beautiful beings of light that are here, celebrating and supporting you. And that veil is thinner and thinner as you make your way back into the physical form, changing your perspective from that of the observer, coming back into your physical body now. Just being aware of your breathing, your heart beating, settling if it was speeding up before. And just being aware of your body sitting here in your chair. And starting to come back slowly into the room. With each breath moving down into your lungs, you're ready to begin to open your eyes in your own time. And when you do open your eyes, just slowly wait for everyone else in the group to join you. Coming back. Hard to come back, isn't it? Okay, all right. Few tears. All right, grab a pen, guys, and I just want you to jot down before you lose any of the information that you may have received. Just jot down anything that came to you of relevance. Any messages that you feel or felt. Share what you experienced and any questions, and we'll tune in as you share what you felt. So, Nick, we're going to go with you first.
So, when you said you're running down the stairs, yeah, that was me. But I pulled up. It was probably someone else too, but I definitely wanted to run. When I got there, yeah, I think I ran about 10 and then went, man, I'm stuffed, but physical form and all. But I think the reason why I'm so emotional is because when I got to the bottom and you started to allow us and walked us through meeting them, whoever this person is, I know, I've written it down. We hugged like lovers. It was like we were known each other for a long, long, long time. And very cheeky. And then as you were trying to, create the bond, it became very playful, and he takes me on a dragon and takes me all over the joint. And I'm like, dude, Lisa's talking. We've got to get back down there.
Right. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah.
And then my daughter interrupted halfway through, and I think that's why I did the dragon trick. And luckily I didn't break. But I feel as though the name that came to me was Matt, but I know it's not Matt. Well, it could be Matt, who knows? I'm not the spirit realm. But and then it sort of goes to, like, we've shortened it. It's the same sort of like Matt is a name, but
it's interesting. If it was Matthew, would it feel more spiritual than Matt?
no, I think I'm connecting it to my friend that has passed over. before Christmas, and because this all started when he left human world. But I
We
feel
didn't
as
go
though
into the
maybe
spirit. We didn't go into the spirit. It's not that, Matt, because we didn't go
yes,
into the spirit realm.
no.
No.
So I'm thinking, and then the next name that came to me was Matthias, and saw like a blue robe, like royal robe. Yeah.
My
So
feeling is, does that feel more like your spirit guardian and guide, Matthias?
yeah, like I
It
think they're
does
just
for me.
using Matt as a bit of a
I feel like Matt's helping you to connect in because he's the one that you most know when you're tuning into spirit. He's a safe, almost like he's walking you between the veil so that he's introducing you to them like you would introduce someone to a good friend. It's like, oh, she's finding it a struggle to connect. And it's like it's like he's making that introduction, which is why the name Matt's so prevalent for you, because he is with you.
yes,
Does that make sense?
correct.
My feeling is Matea is the galactic beings you've been working with. Does it feel like it's off-planet beings?
Oh yeah, she's off planet.
Yeah, she's beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
It's,
Okay. I'm getting a big yes with Matea. Okay, so write it down. The feeling she's saying yes to me. Okay, it feels very strong when I connect in.
awesome.
Anything
Thank
else?
you.
What other message did she give you? The dragon is
Um,
also how you connect with them too. So anything like that is just the playfulness that helps you to relax the mind. And it's like why we meditate, to connect with spirit. So the dragon is a beautiful way of just riding the dragon to then blend with spirit. Yeah.
yeah, and that's pretty much what I've found that whenever I thought it was Matthias, but with an S on the end. But you now that you've said Matea female, it explains why there was such a
She stands before
prevalent.
a group of people. That's why there's S, it's a plural, but she is Matea, but there's a group with her. She's standing in front of the group. So there's more beings of light that stand behind her that you're not ready for yet, but she's coming through and she
Yeah.
represents a group. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They go from male to female all the time, which is so funny. But
She feels
yes,
very
it makes
female to me.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Well done. Woohoo. Awesome. All right, who would like to share next? Put your hand up. Who wants to go next? Okay, Vicky. Oh, Wendy. Okay, Wendy, go.
Well, mine's short and sweet because I basically just got so caught up in the feeling of it, the disconnection of the physical, I guess, and just enjoying being weightless and I don't know, just feeling. I could feel this throbbing, constant throbbing through my body.
Yep.
And it's still partly in the heart as well. So I mean, not in a bad way.
Yeah, no. You're connecting with healing energy really strong. Okay, so what's happening is the guides are coming in very slowly for you, Wendy, because there's a lot of hesitation. If they just suddenly showed their face, you'd be like, oh, I'm not doing this, and you shut the door. So what's happening is they're giving you a slow introduction into this, and you're experiencing like a pulsation.
Yes.
I can feel the energies coming in and going out, coming in and going out, so that you can feel the difference of that connection.
Okay.
So and because one of your psychic senses that's very strong is your feeling sense. So as you sense spirit go through your empathy, your feeling, and that will create the biggest, strongest connection initially. So what can I feel when I'm connecting with spirit? What can I feel as I blend with this loving vibration? Don't worry so much about the clairvoyance. That'll come in later for you. They're wanting to just give you one experience and deepen it as they step you through the process slowly. Everyone's at different levels here. Perfect for you. Remember the synchronicity, and everything's coming only as fast as you can handle.
Mm-hmm.
This is what they're saying. They want you for the long haul, Wendy. So they don't want to overwhelm you too soon with too much. So it's absolutely perfect that you're just gently stepping into this. Guides are loving. They would never force anything upon us or overwhelm us with something we're not ready for.
Okay, well, that's perfect.
Very, very, very happy with your progress. For someone that didn't know anything about this a short time ago, you're very, you've opened your mind. And the mind has to be the first place to open. So the heart's coming next. Okay. So the mind is being opened, and now the heart's starting to feel into these beautiful experiences. And soon you'll be like, why did it take so long to learn this? You know, like, does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And I did get a name. Well, I think it's a name of Jin, as in Jin.
Jin.
So,
beautiful. Okay. Wow, beautiful. And that popped into your mind?
Yes, and I have nothing to compare it to. So
Jin is a healing guide, okay? So you have healing guides working with you. So Jin is a healing guide that will blend with you when you're doing Reiki and when you're opening up to the healing energy. Okay.
That's perfect. Oh, I'm getting a head freeze at the moment.
Yeah. So what they're doing is they're giving you signals when I'm getting a figure 8. Okay. So now I'm scribbling. These are the notes I'm scribbling as I talk to you.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah, getting a figure 8. So as you feel into that energy, it's that unconditional love. And the word, what does Jin represent to you? Because they're showing me, what does the name Jin represent?
I suppose
I'm thinking of the alcohol.
No, not the alcohol, because it's with a J, not a G.
Okay.
But I guess like a genie.
Yeah, okay.
So, you know, that magical, wonderful sort of genie, not the nasty genie.
Yeah, genie. Beautiful.
So yeah, that's all I got. But yeah, I didn't want to come back. It was lovely. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, you know, you can go back there multiple times. You can listen to the recording and go back and do the meditation, or just take yourself there in your own mind. Well done. Great work, Wendy. All right, Vicky, can we hear from you next?
Yeah. Mine sort of started before we were sort of getting into the meditation, and while you were talking to the others. The name I'd actually been getting probably for the last few days has actually been, it's gone from Terry to sort of Teresa. Today, during the meditation, I was getting Madame Teresa, and I think that's because that would be something I would feel comfortable with. I know when I started and was contemplating the course, I sort of wanted something that I'd feel comfortable with. And then halfway through, the name changed. So there's the Madame Teresa, and then it sort of changed to a Thor or a Thoth. And I don't know if I was relating that to, there's a guy that channels Thoth, and I think that's come up before that name.
Yeah.
And I got a message. I didn't get any visions, but I got a message, which was basically, you are held, you are loved, and you are cared for. We are with you as we've always been and always will be. We are all one, and there is nothing that you do not know, as everything is one and everyone is one.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, the only thing I wrote down, Mother Teresa. Does it feel like there's a connection to Mother Teresa, or does
yes.
I feel like it's part of you not wanting to acknowledge that it could be her essence that you're blending with, or feeling of this feels too weird to be Mother Teresa. Does that make sense? Like I feel like there's some hesitation.
Yes, because I was going Madame Teresa, and I didn't even think of Mother Teresa.
But I did the same with Jesus. I wasn't going to work with Jesus, so I worked with him in Saint Germain, because in the beginning I'm like, I'm not going to be a healer channeling Jesus. That's just stupid. So I'm like, then I read somewhere that he had another incarnation as Saint Germain. I'm like, okay. And then I called him Jeshua because I'd heard that someone else had said it represents yes to life. Jesus, Yeshua, yes to life. I'm like, oh, I can work with Yeshua. And then eventually I came around to his actual name, which was Jesus, you know. But again, it's whatever makes us more comfortable. I was doing this all on my own, so I didn't have anyone that could help double link like I am with you to actually help you to understand that it's okay. It's her essence and her energy, and she's changing. So she represents more than what she was and what you were aware of. She wants you to feel into her essence as she is now, but she represents love of humanity and love of children as well. So she's a very powerful woman, and is still that in the spirit.
Not being Catholic, I didn't put the two together, but yeah.
Yeah. It was the same with Jesus. Like when I tuned into him, it wasn't in a religious context at all.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it to be either. And so that's why, because of the religious connection with him, but ultimately he just represents unconditional love.
Yeah.
And as does, you know, she's a saint, or was a saint, Mother Teresa. So a beautiful guy to begin working with. A Thor and Thoth, as you said, a Thor, my feeling is it's how do you say it? Thoth. I can never get my other.
I can never get it either. It's not, I don't think it's Thoth, but that's what I call it.
Anyone else know? How do you pronounce it?
I'm not sure.
I can't even. It's like you can say Thor, but Thoth just doesn't come out of the mouth right.
No, and I can't remember the guy's name who channels him. Or
hey Siri, how do you pronounce Thoth? Thoth. The ancient Egyptian god Thoth is pronounced Toht, rhyming with loath. Toth. Or Thoht. Hey Siri, how do you pronounce Thoth? She's not answering me. Anyone else? Siri's not answering me. Come on, Siri. Hey Siri.
Oh, now mine's going.
No, we'll have to do some work on that. Sorry, I can't help you with that. Did you get it? What'd you say?
No, she didn't say it.
Anyone else want to have a crack?
Just Googling it.
Thoth. Hey Siri, how do you pronounce Thoth? She's not saying it.
No, mine's not.
Is Thoth pronounced like both? Thoth, both. Toth. Or is it pronounced like broth?
Here, Lisa. It's like a thoth. So you actually change it from TH to F. So thoth. And put an ow in the middle.
Thoth.
Yeah, thoth. Thoth, F-O-F.
Thoth.
Because if you put it in as, it's actually British, so they actually say their THs as Fs.
F.
So it sounds, I don't know, can you hear?
Yeah, say it again, turn it up a bit.
I don't know where my speaker is. Hang on. Where's the
Thoth. I'm going to ask Gerald. You know how some men just know the answers to bloody everything? They just have a whole brain full of stupid stuff. Just like, I'm going to ask because I bet you know. Hang on. Hey, Gerald.
Guys, I just YouTubed the lady that channels, and it's Thoth. It's Thoth.
So
I'll play it. I don't know if you can hear it through my speaker.
He's never heard of him and has no idea.
He was a god to them, but from our sense, he was but a scholar and student, Thoth, keeper of ancient.
Thoth.
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 So like Thoth. Thoth. Can you play it again?
So it's like saying loathe, but saying it with an like a th,
Kind of like
well, an
loaf
f.
of bread,
Thoth.
Yeah.
loaf of
Yeah.
Thoth.
important details if you're going to channel him.
Yes.
I'm sure he'll tell you when
I'm
you
sure
actually
he'll-
get to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you say the capital letter O, not the off, not thoth, it's thoth.
Thoth.
Yeah. TH, capital O, TH.
All right.
Thoth. Like loaf of bread. Thoth.
Thoth.
Loaf, thoth. Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Thoth, kind of not. God, it took me long enough to work out how to say your name. She's like saying your name wrong, and she's like, think of fish. And then I'm like, oh, now I remember it.
Yeah.
All right. Did you get yeah, beautiful message, Vicky. Wonderful message that you brought through as well. Well done. All right, who's next? Tish, we'll go with you, seems as you've helped with the Thoth.
No worries. So I think I'm gonna have to go back and do that again because my kids were screaming and then the oven was beeping and I'm like, and I was trying, I was really trying, and I think I got something come through because I was sort of in that state, and I felt something like on my left side. It was like a pressure, like or like a heaviness or like a weight, like a pressure, like in my arm, like my neck, only on the left, my neck and my arm and my shoulder. So I don't know if that was maybe something sort of saying, I'm here. I don't know.
So you probably feel, again, like Wendy, you're feeling the energy start to blend with your body. But when we're distracted and there's life needing our focus and attention, it is really hard to surrender and let go because that mum brain is on alert because they're unsupervised. So there's that part of you that's just kind of got one. Yeah, your consciousness didn't fully surrender.
Yeah.
Conscious mind needed to be present, which is what I love because spirit's never going to take us into a trance state when our family needs us.
Well, my husband is home, but I could still hear them. It wasn't, and I tried to turn the volume up and I couldn't figure it out, and I was just like, just go with it.
It's all right. It's just one of those nights that happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're just a little distracted, and that's fine.
I'll try again, but it was cool to feel something, though. I didn't get nothing out of it.
All right. Are you okay, Nick? Sorry, hang on, Tish. What's going on?
Oh, sorry, my daughter had some teeth pulled today and it hasn't stopped bleeding. So I'm just going to take her up to the hospital because she's also on medication as well. So she's not traveling too well. So I just wanted to send my apologies to everyone for not hearing.
Yeah, you go look after your beautiful daughter and make sure she's got pressure because did they give her gauze? Because when Georgia had her teeth out, they had to just keep some pressure on. Did she give her gauze?
Yeah, she's had gauze she had it done at 2 o'clock this afternoon and she's had 4 lots of gauze put in and they're just drenched. So I better get her up to the hospital. So
yeah.
Thanks everyone. You're amazing and I'm so
take
so
care.
glad.
See you, babe. See ya.
Yeah.
All right. So so try it again and connect in. At least you've got the pre-talk before and the meditation. So and then pop in the group what you get through when you try it again from home. Awesome. Okay, Myra.
Well, it's either the Brothers of Orion or the Brotherhood of Orion. The Order of Brotherhood.
Great White Brotherhood.
Yeah, the Order of the White Monks also came through, which is interesting because I don't often channel male energy, and I did ask where they were from, and they said, "Well, you wouldn't know anyway, so it's really not." And they said, "We're here to walk with you for this chapter of your journey, but it's a long time. I get the feeling like it's not a short chapter. It's not like they're going to be here
For
and
2
stop.
minutes. No,
Yeah,
it's the beginning. So it feels to me it's like the book's just beginning, but
yeah,
they're recognizing that there's a transient nature with which you'll express them, but also others. So the feeling is they'll be a part of your channeling experience, but not the only one. Does that make sense to you? That's
yeah.
why they're wanting you to know that they're walking with you. And my feeling is at different times they'll come through if it's important that they have a different frequency than other guides that you channel and work with.
Mhm.
So they have a more of a teaching energy. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they're teacher guides versus healing guides. That is more what you've worked with in the past. So these are coming more to help you to step up into that leadership role and teaching.
yeah.
Peter picked up.
And they sort of said, just be patient. There is time enough. And then when we were leaving and they made me cry, they just said, walk in light.
Oh,
It was just such beautiful energy.
yeah, yeah. The feeling I get from them is that they're so grateful that you're opening your heart in this way to help humanity. And so they are here the instant you ask, they'll be here, they'll be with you, because they're looking for light workers to work with to bring and uplift humanity at this time. So there's a real feeling that those that have the resonant link, you've connected with them in a past life, they're telling me.
Okay.
And there's like they're saying key. There's a key that's unlocking this door, a key of perception. I don't know quite what that means, but does that mean anything to you?
No.
They're saying don't complicate it, Lisa. Our message is simple. Yeah. She's here, we're ready, she's ready. It's all going to unfold naturally. So it's about just letting it have. They're clear. They'll bring clear messages through. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They did feel like they wanted to talk through me. Lisa's talking, just be quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what did you call them? The Brotherhood of Orion. And what was the thing you said after that?
I got the Great White Brotherhood.
The Great White Brotherhood. Right. Okay.
I'm trying to work out what the connection with Orion is. Do you know what the Orion connection is?
I don't. It was given to me like early this week, and I sort of Googled Orion because Orion's the hunter, and I thought, well, that doesn't resonate with me at all. And then I was speaking with a friend who sort of tuned into her guides, and she said, well, and she kept saying home planet, but she said it's not Orion. She says that arrow is pointing. But that was, and she said every time I mentioned Orion, she got.
Do you know what my aware is? It's just bringing your attention and awareness up to the stars. So it's actually just that you're working with galactic beings now, and working with the Federation of Light is an off planet. They're off-planet beings of lights that are harmonizing with us now to help humanity to raise their vibration and frequency, to move out of the fear and into the light. So the Orion could just be look to the stars, like look to the stars and you'll find us. Does that make sense? It could be when we do mediumship or this work, if we find a symbol, the symbol of Orion or just the star might be a way of connecting. That's the key. Okay, that's the key. The Orion, the star, the solar, as you look physically at it and then you imagine the star, it can be like a key to open the door to connect to their energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that feel right for you?
It does. That sits very well. Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel like the name Orion is their name. I feel more like the Great White Brotherhood is a collective of consciousness that you're blending with.
And they come as white monks. I can't see their faces, but they come as monks with their light. They are light.
And what does a monk represent to you other than unconditional love, compassion?
Well, it's patience and wisdom.
Yeah.
stillness. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at her face light up when she talks about it. Yeah, beautiful. Patience, wisdom, stillness. Write those 3 down. Yeah, these are all key words that will open up your connection with them. Okay, so visual is you've got Orion's belt, the stars, physically looking at the stars, visualizing them. And then the words that just came through as you say those words, remember the monks, that vibration. They're showing you the monks. They're not monks, but they're showing you that because what a monk represents is closest to the vibration that they wish you to recognize as theirs. Does this make sense? They don't come with a religion. They're not monks so much.
No, I don't cover the religion either, so that's all good.
But what you would associate with a monk is the communion, the compassion, they're kind, humble humans, right? Monks are kind, humble humans. That's the energy that they want you to recognize. Humility. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, the energy is really cool. I love it. I can't wait to hear from them more. All right, Peter, how did you go?
Yeah, so the being that connected or that came in for me in today's meditation was like an angelic being.
Yeah.
Lots of beautiful white and gold light around her. I didn't get much else except right at the end I got Lady of the Lake. So I don't know if that's actually of any relevance. I've written question mark next to that. Whether that was just my brain doing something with it. But yeah, it was just a beautiful angelic being.
Have you worked with Lady Nada before?
Not that I've.
She's like a female counterpart to Jesus. So she is a beautiful being of light, and it just popped into my mind. I'm not getting a clear connection with them as I can. Let me just see if I can tune in. Tell me did you get Lady of the Lake as a visual or as a thought pop into your head, like a telepathic communication?
Like a thought, like it was a statement. But like, so the image that I got was just that beautiful shimmery white and gold light with sort of a face almost amongst it, and then sort of just this real expansive lightness of her.
Yeah. Does she feel like a healing guide for you? Healing work?
I think so. I mean, I've worked, so I have angels come in and out quite a lot as well in the past. But I feel like she's quite a powerful one. Like it was very big energy about her.
Did you get a name?
No.
Okay. She's not giving me much. She's very quiet when I tune into you. So I think she wants you to explore and expand upon the visual that you're getting when you connect. You're definitely attuned to the angelic realm. So you're going to be working with multiple guides. And I feel like it's just blending with those that have a message that's going to best serve the people that you're with, whether it's groups that you're speaking with or whether it's one-on-one sessions or whether it's mediumship, whatever aspect, just ask for those guides to come forth that work with you. Do you do kind of spiritual healing in your work as well, Peter, where you let spirit blend through you in order to work with people?
Yeah, and it's really interesting because like when you were talking about with Jesus and different, I find who comes in is more to do with who I'm working with as opposed to who I'm working with. Like obviously I have my guide, but I also get very different. Like whenever mum is on the table, Jesus comes in.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
And when I did my Reiki 2 attunement, Jesus kind of, because I've got a very interesting background, but I won't go into that. But I was very reluctant to work with Jesus, like you said as well. And he actually sort of stood back when I was having my Reiki 2 attunement. And Melanie said to me, she said, oh, you know, Jesus is asking permission to come into the room.
Yeah.
So it was, really, really interesting, because it was like I was really reluctant to work with him, and then I allowed him to come in, and then I've been able to connect. But I don't feel a connection with him for me, but I do feel that sometimes if who I'm working with needs that connection, he will come in.
Yeah. So it's about working with I really want you to get a stronger connection with a guide that's here to help you with your messages. Channeling. So I think what happens is we open to so many that then it's almost like we need to go back to the basics to get a really strong connection. I feel like there's guides. I feel like you'll work with a group, but it's almost like we've got to really clear the space in order to let the new energy come in. Does that make sense? And then the old ones can still stay. It's almost like we want to let the old beings of light just be there in the peripheral. Like you hold big energy, like this big energy with you, but let the new guides kind of stand and be seen by you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Something about the lakes not resonating. Is it with you? Lady of the Lake.
I don't know. I was like, what's that about? I don't really know what that was about. So
I wonder what happens if we Google. I'm a little scared to look. Does anyone else get a feeling on the Lady of the Lake or know anything of that, or does it resonate with anyone? Should we Google, Peter?
I did a quick, but I was looking at images. The images are more like
I'm gonna go Pinterest and see what comes up.
It's like
but the Lady of the Lake was part of the Avalon story, so I don't know if that's any connection, but it might just be.
Oh yeah, the sword in the lake. Lady, oh here we go. The Lady of the Lake, the message of Avalon, absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. Wisdom of Avalon. This is the card that I just found. Well, there you go. You've taught me something. I've never come across that guide before and didn't know anything about it. You see that?
Yeah.
Does that resonate?
I've always felt a really strong connection to the Avalon story. So.
I don't know anything about the Avalon story. That's so interesting.
Oh, it's something that it's a version of the King Arthur story, but it is something I've always been very drawn to. So maybe that's
High Priestess.
The priestess and the goddess and the.
Okay. Oh, there you go. So what's the sword? What's the story of the sword and the water and the lake? Is it that she was she the being that took it and held the lake in, like took his sword to keep it safe or something so people could just use it? Was she like a guardian of the sword?
Yeah, she was. There's different variations of the story, and some have the lady as being a good character, and some have her as being a little bit not so good.
Yeah, that's what I must admit, when I tuned into it, that was the first thing I had like a bit of fear come up around it, which is interesting.
Yes. So it's so the word that comes through for me is protection. So that's really interesting. Like when I sort
of a bit like Archangel Michael with his big sword, isn't it? It's almost like the female version of that. Yeah, well, it's the same as mermaids, isn't it? They can be told in positive, but they can also sing sailors to their death, right? What was that
yeah.
Okay, well, maybe explore that more and see what she has to offer you, what she's here Did you get any messages from her directly when you brought her through?
No, not today. It's
Not
just
enough, probably because you're feeling a
just-
bit unwell as well.
yeah.
Okay, so just maybe it's just bringing through. Well, it's good. I've been stumped tonight. That doesn't usually happen where I haven't heard of something more connected. I love it. I'm learning new things from you too, Peter. That's awesome.
I feel like we're always learning. We're always learning.
We're all well, of course, of
It's-
course.
it's
All right.
always learning.
Absolutely. Now, did we hear from everyone? I haven't missed anyone out.
No.
Everyone, beautiful. All right. Well, for those of you, so that's what I wanted to check in. I probably should have done it before Nick left, but next week is Anzac Day. I know you can't make it, Peter. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to meet? I'm happy to still meet, even though it's Anzac Day. I can do it. But what are you guys like? Is it too hard with family? Do you want to push it to the week after?
I'm good. I'm good with that. But
I'm
either way.
with that. Yeah.
So
Yeah, works
You
for
could
me.
always do a poll in the group to see how many you've got, Lisa, to see if you've
yeah,
got
and then
enough.
just go with majority. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's a good
I'm
idea.
happy for you to go with whatever the majority is, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll do that. I'll pop a poll in the group. And for those of you that are in Perth, is anyone coming to the live channeling event next week on Tuesday night? No, Peter. Wendy can't make Myra, nope.
No.
Tish? No. Vicky, you can't.
What time is it, Lise?
6:30 till 8.
In Claremont, was it?
No, it's in Wilson. So
I don't know where that is.
River. Where are
Can-
you, Tish?
I'm in the hills. I'm in, Mundaring.
Mundaring. So it's down, do you know where Carousel is?
Oh yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much
Near
opposite
there.
So there's just
Oh,
down by
okay, that's not too bad.
it's in Wilson's kind of adjoining Cannington. So it's down by the river. There's a venue down there. So it's 6:30 till sorry.
You turned your mute on.
How did I do that? I must have hit the keyboard. So it's Tuesday next week.
Yep,
This Tuesday. Tuesday coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
this Tuesday. 23rd.
23rd?
23rd. Yeah, I might be able
Yeah.
to make that. I'll see, because I'm working Tuesday, not Wednesday, so that might be doable. Yeah.
I'd love to see you there. Nice to
Cool.
catch in person. So
Yeah.
it's good to to catch up in person. And
The
also,
link's on the Facebook page, isn't it?
just popped it in the group. So if you click on
Oh,
it, it'll take you right through to
Yep.
it.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd love you to come along. It'll be
Yeah, awesome.
a fun night. Oh, I'll
See-
be doing a live demonstration of channeling.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I think that's it. The only thing we've got, as you guys know, there is an advanced course that goes on after this. So we've got this is a beginner level, 6 weeks. There's another 6-week course. It used to be a 12-week course that I found that people didn't want to commit to 12 weeks after. So I've just broken it down into another 6-week course and then another one after that. So next week, I will give you all the details about that, as well as a special offer just to prep you. If you book in next week, you'll be able to save a little bit of money. So do you want to know how much it is?
Yes.
So it's normally $588, which is the same as what you paid for this one, and I'll give you $100 off. So it's $488 if you pay in full next week, and then we'll be doing it from 6 weeks. So Peter's already booked in. Depending
You
on
need to work out whether you're doing next week or the week after first, and then you need to work out your dates for level 2.
I know. The only thing is I'm going to be in Bali. It is going to fall over that date when I'm in Bali. So it looks like the last week will be the week after Bali. So I'm running a retreat from the 3rd to the 9th of June. So just that week we'll skip and have our final session after Bali in June. But anyway, yes, it'll be a 6-week block done just for you guys. So together we'll either all be doing it yeah, we'll be starting the week after, or depending on whether we skip next week. You know what I mean?
Once you've worked out what you're doing with this one, and then
then I'll let you know.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you all next week. Maybe we'll confirm it. Just out of this group, because there's already 5 of you. Everyone can except Peter. Is that right?
Yep.
I'm a bit iffy.
You're not sure. Okay. Will you check and find out for me, Wendy, and let me know?
Yeah.
All right. And if you can get some practice in before next week. Next week's the exciting one, because we'll be actually doing live readings from your guides in the group. So it's going to be wonderful. So I'll be helping you to do that. All right. Well, have a wonderful week, guys. And also thanks for all the healing you guys have sent to Reg, who's coming home from hospital. So considering we were actually getting ready to say our goodbyes to him, he's actually improved and has come home from hospital today. So he's still palliative in that there's silver chain helping, but we've got a bit of extra time with him, which is nice. So
That's wonderful.
Makes a difference. Yeah, it does make a difference, all the healing thoughts. So appreciate that. And lots of love to you guys.
And
well done tonight as well. You all did awesome. Give yourselves a clap. It worked. All right, guys. Take care.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.